What's up, riders? We're in the wax room. We're going to put some fresh wax on this board just to layer it up. We're going to let it sit for opening. Probably not even going to ride it on opening day because the tide's really low. There's lots of rocks, and I want to keep these guys nice and fresh for the season. So I'm just making sure the base is clear of any debris right now. And then what you want to do, these thirsty bases, is cold wax. You want to find a decently cold wax of a high quality grade. And you're just gonna spread it out all over the place. So how I do this most effectively, get the iron nice and hot, drip it on here. I'm just gonna go back and forth in some zigzags down one edge. You kind of want a steady stream of drips going down one edge. Don't be afraid to go right over the edge a bit. There we go, that's the stream we want. Like zigzagging back and forth down one side. Make sure there's a good spread evenly all over the place. I went the wrong side of the board with the cord. Get down the other edge. And then once you've done both sides, a healthy amount down the middle. Again, we're just spreading wax today. We're not scraping or brushing or anything else today. Just getting this guy moistened up, hydrated. Start the season right. Now it's time to do some passes. So what I do is start at the nose. A little bit, I pull it down towards the nose. And I want to be kind of quick with my passes with a little bit of pressure down on the board so this spreads out nice. And don't worry too much if it's not totally spreading out on the first pass because you're going to come back on the same spot. We don't want to be too much longer than about 10 to 15 steamboats down the length of the board, right to the tail. And when you come back on this pass, that's when you're really going to notice the smoothness coming through. So it really melts those last pieces because they've just been warmed up on the first pass. And now it really spreads. Now, careful spending too long or going too slow. You can always just let it cool off, come back and do another pass to smooth it out. Just so you didn't leave any of the base unwaxed. So now I'll do the other edge. Down the other edge, just really heating up the wax on this pass. Decent pressure. And bringing it, pulling that wax across the board. Now, you can always kind of give a heat check through the top sheets. Just feel like, is there any heat coming through? If there is, it means you need to just let the board cool down so you're not denaturing the glues and this splitting. So my Donek board is nice and wide. You know, aligning with that theme of self-love being the way to better your snowboarding, some of that starts with just the equipment that you put yourself on. If you care about your snowboarding, you care about yourself, give yourself the gift of good equipment and taking care of your equipment and tuning it, maintaining it, making sure it's ready to perform for you on the day. It's all part of the same thing. And if you find this a bit too laborious, this is another reason why I get two boards, because it's a lot easier to come home after a day or two of riding on one board, especially early season. I'll do 2 days in a row. Towards later season, as the wax has really gotten into the base, I'll do about, you can get away with 4 days on a wax job. But by cycling my boards, I make this process a little less of a pain in the butt. I spread the wax on one, I scrape off another, and I cycle it every couple of days. And that way I always have a well-waxed board, and I have one that's just sitting, waiting to be scraped again, and allowing those polymers to really bond to the base and just makes the board faster over time. And I'm going to just do my third and last pass here, and I'm going to avoid going close to the steel edges because they heat up faster on this third pass, and I'm just going to come off like 2 centimeters in away from where the metal actually touches when I do these third passes. And it's just to kind of really get that last bit of the spread, clean up the ridges and the bumps, make your job a little easier when you go to scrape your board so that you're not pushing through really thick clumps. All right, that's one board. Wax and spread. Leave that to sit and cool. Do the second. And that'll be that. Same thing for the second one. So I'll leave you guys there. You don't have to stick around for all of this, but hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something about waxing. We'll get over scraping and brushing in the next video. All right? Enjoy, guys. Looking forward to shredding with you.